Sharks, to quote Barnabas. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I am Dustin Starr. Welcome to the live reaction to Milestone 200. And I can't believe it. We're celebrating 200 episodes. I can't believe it, but at the same time, I can believe it because that was the goal all along. Man, looking forward to this live reaction. But welcome, everybody. Hello, Rico. How are you? Come on in. Let's talk about your favorite parts of Milestone 200. There's so much to choose from. 4 championship matches, including that huge main event with a shocking surprise at the end. Of course, the women's championship match, the internet championship match. We had a hustle hard match. And of course, Derek King's retirement ceremony cut short and interrupted by Psycho Simon, who seems to do this at every big moment that he has an opportunity, especially during the holiday season. But Milestone 200 was cram-packed, full of action, and I want to remind you guys as you come in, and I'll catch up with all you guys here in just a second. Go ahead, put your questions in the comments. Let's talk all about it. Merry Christmas, everybody. But coming up on Sunday, January 5th, Calling All Juggalos, Insane Clown Posse's Violent J is coming to Memphis Wrestling, and he's going to sell the freaking place out. So you better get your tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. And then coming up on January the 26th is our anniversary blockbuster super bout. And check this out. Yeah, if she lets go, she might start crying. What's up, everybody? This is baby Rowan, not to be confused with Roman Reigns, but it's Rowan Reigns. Just kidding. Getting ready for the holidays, everybody. Get those tickets. Super Bout is January the 26th. I had a members only chat last night, and I talked about who I would like to bring to Memphis. And I believe that one of those names that I mentioned, we're going to confirm this week. All right, let me get all caught up. Rico's here. Of course, Eddie Kane Man is here. Big shout out. Love that championship badge. Brian says, awesome show. Thank you. Luke Littlejohn said, Slaughterhouse is the real deal. Man, the rookie Slaughterhouse had a major debut last week on Memphis Wrestling. Stay tuned for more information on those guys. Joseph Earl, he says, hello, Dustin. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Right back at you, brother. Come join us at the WrestleCenter one day. Steve G says 200. Great job. I appreciate it, Steve. And thanks for the comments all throughout the week, too. We really appreciate that. Rico says, Dustin, last Saturday was an awesome time for me. I had a blast being a referee. Well, that sounds good. That's a good first step there, Rico. When are you going to make your debut inside the squared circle as a wrestler? When's that coming? Jeffrey's here. I admit I was not happy with some of the match endings, but I know the stories that will generate will be great. Man, Jeffrey. Crazy, crazy day. Derek King comes out to retire. Has messages from everybody from Teddy Long to Brandon Baxter, Wolfie D, Kevin Thorne. I mean, gosh. And then all of a sudden, Psycho Simon strikes. Attacks Derek King, puts him through a table to the concrete floor. What the hell is going on? 901 ambulance shows up, takes DK in the meat wagon all the way out to Regional 1 Health. Definitely didn't like that ending. Eddie Kane has a question. Does Pro Wrestling Tees have that hoodie? No, actually, this is a WrestleCenter exclusive here, Eddie Kane, man. You have to holler at your boy on that one. Patrick says, great show today. Any UWN tomorrow? No, a UWN show has not been delivered in a couple of weeks. So when they deliver the show to me, then I will start reposting it. But until then, plus it's reruns anyways. Rob says, so beautiful. Oh, all right, getting caught up here. Just caught the JCW show Thursday. Can't wait. JCW is going to be in the house on January 5th along with Violent J. And it's starting to become a little more clear exactly which Juggalo Championship Wrestling stars are coming with him. It's going to be awesome. Couple of baby Rowans in here. So I was asked to ref at Champ 7 Pro Wrestling in my hometown. They was in need of one. Dude, do everything you can. Get all the experience you can, Rico. Trust me. Jason says, hey, Dustin Starr, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Jason. Cook's here. 200 is a huge accomplishment. We're witnessing history in the making here at Memphis Wrestling. Seriously, guys, this has been like a historic moment for us for real, because in the history of Memphis Wrestling, all the previous renditions of Memphis Wrestling, there's only one that's had more episodes than ours, and that's the world famous USWA Championship Wrestling. So big day here, and we're looking forward to next year celebrating 250 and so on and so forth. So if you guys missed Milestone 50, 100, 150, go back and check out those main events and see how they compare today's main event with our Grand Slam champion, the 420-pound WWE ID prospect, successfully defending his title against the Gun Show with help from some new friends. And also the return of Justin Case. Rob says the Grinch that spoiled the WrestleCenter. That would be Psycho Simon. Joseph Earl still can't believe Aaron Roberts and Zay Washington are back together. I can't either, along with Denzel Rollins and Justin Case. By the way, the 2024 Best of Memphis Wrestling Awards are taking place right now on Facebook, so go place your vote. Patrick says, hot take, I think Gun Show should be the next UWN World Champion. I mean, Patrick, I see Danny Limelight posting about 400 days as champion, but I don't think that company has run a show in 400 days. Tyrone says, I could not believe what I just saw from the evil Simon, what he's done to Derek King. That was despicable and totally uncalled for. Yeah, you get one chance to retire. And we were trying to do that right. And Psycho Simon spoiled it for everybody. Rico says, well, Dustin, haven't given up on being an in-ring competitor. Work in progress. We're going to get there someday. Yes, I can't wait to see it, Rico. Send it to me, brother. If we can help in Memphis, let me know. Jason says, what's wrong with Psycho Simon attacking Derek King on his retirement? Any chance of Matt Cardona coming to Memphis? Of course. He's so busy. He hasn't had any dates that line up, but we'll see. We had Joe Hendry. How come we can't have Matt Cardona? Justin, the Buffet Slayer, shows up with 2 sellouts. Danny Lamlight still defending the UWN title. Okay. Moni Bone, and I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying, like, if there's a company with a championship belt and they're not running shows, then there's what I don't understand. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Maury. I really appreciate it. Or Moni Bone. Tyrone, congratulations on your 200. It's 200, not 2,000. Hopefully we'll celebrate 2,000 one day. Too bad the ambulance couldn't wait for the Gun Show. Gosh, what about Too Cool 2? People down everywhere. Hustle Hard match. Brand new tag team champions. Freaking Flex hitting the back with a wrench. And of course, Tim with all the pallets, smashing him and crushing him. Busy day for 901 ambulance, that's for sure. Eddie came in and says, I didn't know the Hustle Hard match was going on out back. I guess Mr. Sherman's going to have an awfully upset if they damaged the SUV was back there. Yeah, so there's a construction company right next door to us, also a plumbing company. We have neighbors at the WrestleCenter. And yeah, Mr. Sherman's wood and equipment was all across the back, and they were just using it as weapons. No SUVs were harmed in the filming of that match. That was a wild tag team street fight. Now the LA Hustlers can call themselves champions without stealing the belts. That's right, Keith. I hate to say it, too. Larry says, Merry Christmas, Dustin, Zay Washington, and Rollins turning rogue. As for Aaron Roberts, I've seen former Memphis Wrestling wrestlers in NWA-related companies. Perhaps he should join them if things don't go as planned. Well, Aaron Roberts was in Clearwater, Florida last week. He's got a match in Chicago coming up soon. And then you'll see some of these WWE ID talent coming to Memphis Wrestling along with Aaron Roberts very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. You're going to see Aaron Roberts all over the place. Rob says it looked like DDT had a chance until Nixie XS. Man, let's talk about it. I know you guys are pissed off about it. I'm pissed off about it. I bet King Cobra's pissed off about it. But for some reason, Nixie XS thinks she's the champion, even though C-Rex won the title and has been defending the title. Stay tuned for more on that, but I was pulling for DDT, even though I'm not supposed to. I was pulling for DDT just like everybody else. Rico says, so Dustin, out of all WWE's programs, and more of a fan of NXT, I hope the future of Stars of Tomorrow will be its own program on YouTube. It would be. However, it takes manpower to shoot, edit, and do all that kind of stuff. So very limited on our resources there. Jammin' Music Man, what's up? He says, Merry Christmas. Yes, thank you, man. Love the new YouTube intro. I saw Big Man K Toomer was helping you out with that. Joseph says it's good to see Brandon Baxter from Power Pro Wrestling. Yeah, so you guys that don't know Brandon Baxter, he's the #1 radio host in Jonesboro, Arkansas. He also hosts the Arkansas State football games. He serves as their MC, much like I do with the Grizzlies and Redbirds and such as. But Brandon Baxter was also the booker and one of the stars of Power Pro Wrestling back when WWE had a developmental system here in Memphis with Power Pro Wrestling. So that's where Brandon Baxter came from. He's from Texas. He worked at the Sportatorium at the Alamo Dome and all that good stuff out in Texas, and then brought his talents to Memphis. So good to see Brandon Baxter on Memphis Wrestling today. Jason says, I can't believe that Aaron Roberts and Washington are back together. And they attack the Gun Show. Aaron says, I think Memphis Wrestling needs more high flyers. I also want the Gun Show to win the title. I was pulling for the Gun Show today, too. And we do have several high flyers. Psycho Simon always spoiling everything. He should be ashamed. Lurvy says, Simon versus Derek King. Let it happen. even the score and have Derek retire with dignity. Well, Derek did say that there was some loose ends that he had to tie up, and he did say there was potentially one more match, and it's not going to be against me. Put two and two together. Rob says I'll have to go back and look at the members' chat for the upcoming talent. Couldn't believe Chelsea Green won the title. I could. It was great. Rico says they let Hustlers 2-0 in parking lot fights. Yes, hustle hard matches. They are 2-0. Aaron Fleming says he's a big fan of Too Cool 2. Me too. Those are my boys. Patrick says Ring of Honor did the same thing when Jonathan Gresham was champion. What were your thoughts on that? Don't know what you're talking about. Patrick, you got to elaborate. I'm not sure what you're talking about. And Jonathan Gresham's not my favorite topic to talk about at this point after no showing us. Jason says, I hope Too Cool 2 get the belts back from the Hustlers. I do too. Lurvy says Memphis needs to bring in women that can beat C-Rex and win the Memphis Wrestling Women's Championship from Nixie. She did not win the belt on her own. Well, we were hoping there was a talent here that's going to step up and take that championship from C-Rex and from Nixie XS. But stay tuned. Too Cool 2 got taken out in the Hustlers' signature match. DK and Ray Ray fell in that same match as well, guys. Calvin says, can't anybody else put stop to Nixie XS's reign with C-Rex by her side? I don't know, man. Tyrone, I'm at congratulations on your 200 episode. Huge milestone. Get ready because Raw on Netflix is coming. I can't wait to watch that too, Tyrone. I love it. Wish DDT beat C-Rex. I wish she did too. Hate that someone lost the number 2 So here's a story. Eddie Kane, man, this is probably for members only. But we had these balloons that cost like $40. The 200, so 200. This huge balloons that were supposed to go with the congratulations and all that. And we let go of the balloons in the WrestleCenter, which is about 30 feet up. Not once, but twice. Those balloons are still in the ceiling at the WrestleCenter. John says, yo, Dustin, hope you and yours are doing great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Rico, if I had to pick who'd be the first Stars of Tomorrow champion, it would be Tim Bosby and MKZ. Jessica Havoc versus C-Rex. I'm a fan of Jessica Havoc for sure. Speaking of champions, I'm shocked at what I saw in the main event. We're all shocked at what we saw in the main event. Keith says, I hope Cody comes back for revenge on Kevin Owens. I do too, Keith. Rob says, love seeing Mike crush Brad Stinkerhorn. What's that, Phil's Christmas hat, or did he just put a lid of a trash can on? Yeah, that's a good point. But these are two guys that have been with us since day one. Brad Skimmerhorn, main event Bradley, and of course Mike Anthony, the Genetic Nightmare. Both have really turned into really signature characters here on Memphis Wrestling. And to put them in the opening match and to have such a spectacular outing, it was awesome for Milestone 200. Lurvy says Brandon Baxter, Wolfie D. Yes, didn't even mention Wolfie D. Names from Memphis Wrestling's past. Memphis Wrestling had used its own Hall of Fame to honor the legends it was known for. All right, Lurvy, so we have to have a little bit more longevity before we start throwing out Hall of Fames. But I did allude to the fact that one day we could have a Heritage Hall inside the WrestleCenter. It could happen. Stay tuned. Eddie Kane Main totally forgot about Brandon Baxter. You think we would get a feature from him? I would love to have Brandon Baxter come in and do something with Memphis Wrestling. So stay tuned. I've been working on him for years and years and years, and finally got him in the building for the Grind City Rumble. It only took Joe Hendry to bring him to Memphis Wrestling, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. He was on the program today, and he was in the house at the Grind City Rumble, so that's two positives. Jammin' Music Man, congrats on 200 episodes. I've been watching since episode 1 back in 2021. Oh, man, we really appreciate it. I got to go back and watch all the episodes in full because I would probably cringe at a lot of the stuff that we put on the air. But it would be fun to go all the way through and to see how we progressed. Guess you can say the Young Goats reunite. I don't know that they're going to be called the Young Goats, though, man. These dudes look bad news. Eddie Kane, man, hit the like button, double tap the screen. Good idea. Thank you, Eddie. Rico says, I don't like that they're calling you Memphis Vince. Well, that's just, there are actually people that think that I call myself that. And they don't realize that I think it was Psycho Simon that created that. And then now the LA Hustlers are using that against me as well. Ridiculous. Those belts look good on the LA Hustlers. Arturo says, well, I'm off to Massachusetts in 10 days. I'll see you later, Dustin. Merry Christmas, my friend, to you. God bless. Arturo, thank you for joining us, man. Merry Christmas. Have a good time. Rico says, can I say both Nixie and Aaron have a stranglehold over the titles? They really do. And if you look at Mike Anthony, he does as well. Mike Anthony went on a year-long losing streak, and now the dude can't be touched. Rob says after Aaron beat Zay, it's weird that he joined him. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with that story. Joseph Earl says the LA Hustlers are the brand new Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I believe C-Rex is the rightful Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. I'm with you, Joseph. I'm with you, but don't say that to Nick CXS. I wouldn't mind seeing NXT wrestlers become legends in Memphis Wrestling if they can't achieve it in the WWE. Well, it could very well happen. I mean, a lot of these guys and gals are getting bookings outside. Booker T is leading the charge. We will have WWE ID prospects along with Aaron Roberts on the program very soon. So stay tuned. A lot of good stuff happening with Memphis Wrestling, including January 5th, Violent J and Juggalo Championship Wrestling is coming to Memphis Wrestling. And then on January 26th, we have our blockbuster anniversary spectacular Super Bout 4, and we're going to have a huge, huge guest that we're going to announce hopefully this week. Jason said, you think Derek King will fight back Psycho Simon the next episode because he attacked him on his retirement? I don't know, Jason. Derek King left in an ambulance and was going to Regional One Health, a hospital here in Memphis. So we'll see what happens. But if at all possible, if there is a breath left in Derek King's body, he's going to come back for revenge. Patrick says Ring of Honor had a hiatus on Jonathan Gresham defending his title everywhere. While Ring of Honor, well, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same at all. There are levels, Patrick, and I think you're misconstruing the levels here. But that's cool. That's cool. I'm a fan. I love it and all that kind of stuff. But you're the champion of a company that's not running shows. Can we drop an Amazon wish list? Yes, please do. Tyrone says, well, I say this to say it's time to send one of WoW superheroes from WoW Women of Wrestling to come to Memphis to take on C-Rex. I would love that, brother. The balloons are still in the WrestleCenter. They are. Come a long way from the ballroom. I agree. What's the next tag team that can defeat the LA Hustlers? Keith says it was good seeing former WWE superstar Eugene. I love me some Eugene. Yeah, well, the balloons are still up there, man. I thought they'd come down in a week too, but they're stuck up there. Jason says Mike Anthony, the best wrestler ever. Glenn, Merry Christmas. It's amazing how found Memphis Wrestling, the episode where Mike Anthony gets handcuffed now. I just watched. Oh my gosh, yes, Mike Anthony was arrested at the WrestleCenter on one of these episodes. Really good stuff. Black Lives Matter. You should watch Memphis Wrestling. We are here every Saturday at noon. We're live in the chat here. Merry Christmas, Dustin. Merry Christmas, Jake. I appreciate that. Keith says Wolfie D was great in WWE Nation of Domination. He was. Slaughterhouse versus the Hustlers. I'm in. First time I watched Violent J, he was in the MLW Battle Riot, and he was pinned by my favorite, Chris Danger. Joseph Earl says, oh yeah, happy 200 episodes. I've been watching Memphis Wrestling since the very first back in 2021. Joseph Earl Dawson actually won our first watch-and win, which was a Grind City Wrestling Championship belt. I hand-delivered it. Patrick says, unfortunately, my last month as a member because I'm out of money. Patrick, it's only $3.99, bro. Just save up a couple pennies each day. But I understand. Mike, far as Mike Anthony, he's a true fighting champion. I've always wondered, what if some of those wrestlers from UWN would show up on Memphis Wrestling since there hasn't been a broadcast of UWN in 2 years? Danny Limelight, Jordan Clearwater, you name it. Lurvy, like, who's going to fly these guys in? What is the benefit if there's not another show? Memphis audience does not know who those guys are. Bo says, come just watch to say hi. The friendship prevails over the gun show. Remember Violent J and the Oddities? I love the Oddities. Golga was one of my favorites. Want a new champion ahead of the new year. I would have loved to have seen the gun show win it today. Austin and Nikki, okay? Hope Dustin Simon is getting out of hand. With the crop of students, the future looks bright. How about the Beast from WoW versus C-Rex? I would book that. Love WoW Women of Wrestling, but mostly thanks to Hollywood Haley J. She was on Memphis Wrestling. Go check out the archives. Patrick says, I want to see that too, but logistics I don't think would happen. That would never happen, guys. There's no way that a local wrestling company is flying dudes in from California that people have never heard of. It's just not going to happen. Jason says, I've seen it a few days ago. Mike Anthony got arrested by cops after attacking people at the WrestleCenter. All the ladies in the promotion are really good. Yes, I love WoW. Wish Cassandra Colden would come back and fight C-Rex. That would be good. Where's Uncle Mikey and Briar Skimmerhorn? That's good. Okay, so Uncle Mikey is getting ready to get married, so he's taking some time away. And then also Briar Skimmerhorn is no longer wrestling. He had a medical issue that prevented him from getting back in the ring. Jason says when MKZ comes back, not seeing her in it lately. I'm not sure. She was crushed by C-Rex just like everybody else. I have no idea. Larry says, big dramatic rise from the first episode. Looking forward to 2025 for Memphis Wrestling. I would love to be surprised at who appears in the promotion. Me too. Rob says, still looking for Barnabas versus Reverend Electric Kendo Stick match. Oh my gosh. You always have to take it too far. How are you going to do an electric kendo stick match? Why can't we just have these guys fight with kendo sticks? That would be great. I would love to see Reverend Ash Taylor get beat with a kendo stick again, by the way. All right, guys, I have just a couple of more minutes. I think Reese the Beast is up from his nap. He's going to come down here and holler at you guys in just a moment. I'm pretty sure. So if you have any questions or any topics, go ahead and put those in the comments. I will be on members only here in just a few moments. I'll give you a little bit of information behind the scenes of that filming of the Milestone 200. KJ Rocket has the attitude of a superstar. I think she's got a terrible attitude, as a matter of fact. Jay Edison says, I was brought to Memphis Wrestling by being a UWN fan since the Adam Pearce days. Why didn't Danny Limelight defend the belt on Memphis TV? And what's up with the relationship with them and with Gresham? Them and Gresham. That's a loaded conversation here. So Danny Limelight has been to Memphis Wrestling. He did bring the United Wrestling Network World title to Memphis, but he did not defend it. He tag teamed with the Memphis Heritage Champion at the time, the Gun Show, and they fought a couple of bad guys, and it was really good. I can't remember if it was the Posse that they fought, but anyways, they were on the same side. Why didn't Danny Limelight defend the belt? He didn't because he was booked in a tag team match. What's up with the relationship with them and with Gresham? The relationship with United Wrestling Network and Memphis Wrestling were partnered in somewhat of a talent exchange, so to speak, just like we are with the Reality of Wrestling and Booker T. But ever since that relationship was formed, or that partnership was formed and mentioned, United Wrestling Network has been on hiatus and have not had any live wrestling events. So they've been airing reruns. So that's what we were talking about. And then Gresham no-showed us a couple of weeks ago, and we're pissed off about it. Hope that answers your question. Irby says Barnabas, he was in the NWA promotion. Whoa, wait just a second. Wait just a second here, folks. We've got a special guest. And it's Batman. Happy holidays, Rico. Come on over here, Batman. Let's get this to where you can see. Can you see out of that? There you go. Got Batman hanging around here. All right, guys, just got a couple minutes. Let me get caught up and I'll get out. Brother Love's better than the Reverend. With y'all and UWN, y'all with Gresham. I just tuned in. Appreciate it, Jay Edison. There's some really good stuff on our channel. Go check it out. Be sure to subscribe. Appreciate that. Lurvy, thank you, man. Go ahead. Rob says, Reese, thanks for entertaining me and my best with Problem Child at WWE. Oh my gosh. K Toomer, where's K Toomer? Stay tuned. Who's the next challenger for the LA Hustlers? I got a question to Booker T and Stevie Ray. Are they real brothers? Yes, they are real brothers. Reese the Beast, says Eddie Kane, man. You want to tell him hello? I bet Reese is excited. He can't wait to see Santa Claus. Bro, you ready for Santa Claus? Yeah.
Ready.
You ready? What's Reese the Beast's favorite movie? What's your favorite movie, Reese? What is it? You gotta say it louder. The Grinch. Let's see. There was another question. If UWM does come back, would you partner back up with them again? Yeah, we're still partnered with them. They're just not doing anything. For Dustin Starr, I'm Arturo McNeil saying Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. See you, Arturo. Talk more about Barnabas next week. Leave it on that subject. Vernon says, can you get the United Wrestling Network World Heavyweight title to change the name of it, put Memphis Wrestling logo on it? We've got one. It's called the Memphis Heritage Championship. Cook says, is that Batman? It is Batman. Does Reese the Beast still say emojis all day? They love the Grinch too. All right, Reese the Beast, they say, are you a fan of Psycho Simon? Do you like Psycho Simon? Yeah, you do? Do you like Psycho Simon or Mr. Simon? Which one's nicer? Mr. Simon is nicer than Psycho Simon. All right, you want to tell him bye? What's up, Brody Blader? Oh, man. All right, tell him bye. Bye. Say, I am Reese the Beast, saying,
No.
so long, everybody. You don't want to say that? All right, well, then I'll say it. All right, folks, I am Dustin Starr. He is Reese the Beast, And I'll be right back with the members only in just a moment. Oh, yeah. See you guys. Merry Christmas. Tell them Merry Christmas.